95.3.
Cardinals start a series with the Cubs. That's always tough. Cardinals, Cubs, just flip a coin. You tell me when Neena's on board, Diane. Barbie, controversy, inspiration, or terrible role model? Girl Scout partnership sparks controversy. Have you heard about this story? The Girl Scouts have teamed up with Barbie's maker, Mattel. Scouts can earn a Barbie Be Anything, Do Everything participation patch, the first ever with a corporate sponsor, and a Girl Scout-inspired Barbie doll is rolling out in stores. Although corporate sponsorship is everywhere, from athletic stadiums, of course, to youth baseball jerseys, critics believe the partnership is a bad fit for the Girl Scouts. With their passion for fashion, impossible hourglass shape, consumer groups feel that Barbie is in a scouting uniform sends the wrong message. Barbie's basically a terrible role model for girls, and she's not about what the Girl Scouts principles are, which have to do with leadership and courage, says Susan Lynn, a psychologist, director of the Campaign for Commercial-Free Childhood. The Girl Scouts strongly defended the partnership and the new doll, countering that Barbie has a wholesome image. Girls and moms alike associate this doll with the outdoors, camping, giving back to your community, and we think that those are really positive messages to all of our girls. This coming from Kelly Parisi, spokeswoman for Girl Scouts of the USA. Mattel stood by its 3-year deal with the Girl Scouts, saying in a statement to NBC News that Barbie's mission is a good fit with the Scouts, inspiring girls' imaginations, showing them they can be anything they want to be. Neena Newberry, leadership expert. She's passionate about inspiring the next generation of female leaders. She can talk about anything, and we want to talk about this. Neena Newberry, good morning. What's your take on the Barbie Girl Scout deal?
Well, I think it opens up a lot of possibilities for both organizations. There's definitely some alignment with the mission. I think what's getting in the way is just the physical appearance of Barbie and what message people think that sends to girls. But if you look at it from a business standpoint and what the two organizations are focused on, there's a huge opportunity here for Girl Scouts to get their message out much more broadly. You look at the number of Barbie dolls that are sold, over 1 billion to date. And when you look at Mattel and the Barbie brand, I think Girl Scouts definitely has a very positive image. And so it's really a way for them to make some shifts.
Well, to say that it's not a good role model for girls is to say that Barbie's been a bad thing for 50 years.
Well, I think it's which piece you focus on, right? So if you're just focusing on what she looks like physically and saying that sets an expectation for what girls and women need to look like, then, yeah, you could definitely take that away. But if you look at it more broadly in terms of the careers and options, I mean, Barbie had over 150 careers. So it's really sending a message that there are different things that you can do. There isn't just one path. So I think, if you look at both sides of the equation, yeah, there are definitely some pros and cons there.
Yeah, well, certainly we're talking about Barbie. That's good for Mattel. We're talking about the Girl Scouts. That's good for the Girl Scouts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think when you look at corporate sponsorship, Girl Scouts has had some financial difficulties. This is a way for them to also get some funding to be able to support their mission and continue the programs that they're doing and expand their reach. So there are definitely going to be people that have opinions on both sides of the fence, but I think this could definitely be a win-win scenario as long as they can manage the messaging appropriately and really think about, where are they in sync in terms of their values as organizations.
Well, then why wouldn't Barbie and the Girl Scouts make a deal with Lululemon and have Barbie wear Lululemon clothes?
Anything's possible, right? So I think, continuing to look at how all these pieces fit together is an important part of it.
Well, Diane, what do you think? I mean, this is Girl Scouts, this is Barbie, this is Image. What do you think? What's your take on this thing?
I've never gotten all caught up in Barbie, but I had the Jane West and the Johnny West series when I was growing up and favored more of the cowboys and the horses and things like that. But I don't know that my girls were really, offended by Barbie's shape and used that as an aspiration to try to achieve that anyway. I like the fact that there's different careers and different style Barbies. We had Skipper growing up too and little Ginger. I just think of it as a doll. I don't really read all this stuff into it.
Well, and I think you're raising something pretty important here, which is the messages that you send as a parent as well, putting things into perspective for your kids. You can look at it as a doll, or you can look at it as a much bigger piece than that, but looking at how does your particular child respond to it, and how are you helping them make sense of it all.
Interesting subject, no question. I guess, too, you can extrapolate and say every magazine cover from Vogue on out showing women that just don't look like that. I mean, the 2% of the country looks like these magazine covers, and they're subliminally at the checkout, we're seeing I'm not worthy and I don't look like that, so I got to lose weight. I mean, the pressures on women today are just crazy.
Yeah, I think there's definitely an opportunity here to make a shift in terms of how women are portrayed in the media. You look at Procter & Gamble and Dove and some of the recent marketing campaigns they've had, really, Procter & Gamble focusing on what does it really mean to be a girl? Is that a sign of weakness, or are there real strengths there? And with Dove, really looking at different ways of thinking about beauty and defining it differently. So the good news is I think this is really bringing out some good discussion. And with more discussion, I think becomes more awareness and more proactive focus on this.
Neena Newberry, thanks for your take on it. Appreciate your time this morning.
All right, thank you.
You betcha. Okay, Diane, back in the day, we had Barbie and Ken. I don't know if you remember Ken.
Yeah. Ken's still around.
Yeah. All right, 8:15. Let's check sports headlines this morning. ESPN and Sunny.
Tampa Bay Rays won their 7th straight yesterday over the St. Louis Cardinals.